is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome into another episode of PGA Pub Hub. We're back at it, guys, and it's the playoffs. 35 events later, we're here. We're giving you guys the goods. But last week, just at the Wyndham, guys, if you guys caught Sunday's action, you would have saw one of the best, second best rounds on the front nine. That's a -8 on the front nine there, Connor. This Jo Young Kim went -8. He went deep, guys, and he ended up coming out clear. That is with what's going on there, Dabby, real deal prime. Good to see you guys. That's with a quadruple bogey, Connor. When was the last time we've seen a guy get an 8 and then win the tournament by 5 strokes too? Holy shit!
Wild, and there at Sedgefield, the first 4 holes are like birdie holes. So guys would come out 3 under, you at least got to come out 2 under. So he came out 5 under through 5. And then, but to have an 8 was wild. Shoot, 61. Crazy.
Yeah, they showed a track vision of, like, he got behind a tree, kind of poked it out of there, then went over the green, and then nearly just duffed one behind the green like any of us would do, and then hit one a little long and then missed the putt. Like, it was just a rough way to – honestly, if you're a pro, if you want to have a bad hole, I guess it would be the first hole of a tournament rather than it being, third round when you're kind of in contention. So with that being said, he's the second youngest player since Jordan Spieth to win on the tour at 20 years young. Look out for this guy, Jo Young Kim, first South Korean to win next to Sung Jae Im, that is, who was right there too. Sung Jae put up a valid effort, guys. A lot of the Asians were in the mix there. Ha was in the mix. M really seemed to suit their kind of just ball striking maturity on the golf courses. But first 2000 born golfer to win on the tour there. If anyone throws a little stat cast for you guys, who's the first 2000 golfer to win in the PGA? It's Jo Young Kim. He is, like I said, the first to win it. So that's a recap of last week. Going forward, though, guys, we got 3 playoff events. So Wyndham Championship, they finally made the cut, 125. Guess who made it in 125? Your boy, Ricky Fowler. Ricky Fowler, guys, he made it in. I don't know how he did it. Connor's shaking his head already. What do you got to say, Connor?
Nah, he'll be gone. I mean,
it's for the kids. Come on, it's got to be for the kids. But
he's losing it with the kids. He's about to lose his card. Ricky, get his shit together.
Ricky, don't lose that number because you might be in trouble here. But going forward here, guys, FedEx Cup, this is the St. Jude Championship. Usually it's the WGC. This is the first time they've had it as a FedEx Cup event. They've also had Invitational back in 2017, 2018, but this is going to be a 36-hole cut event too. So it's not going to be like the other two. The next two are going to be the BMW and the Tour Championship. Those are both going to be non-cut events, but this is going to be a 36-hole cut event. So you really got to make that cut to get those points, because you missed this cut, you're in deep waters, you could say. But at this event too, guys, or for the playoffs, that is, this is a bigger prize pool than I can remember, Connor. They're doing a $75 million grand total for the playoffs here. So the top 150 get paid out, and first place, what's going on, Dabby? Again, appreciate you tuning in, brother. Shout out to Dabby on his show there, 420, can't miss that one. But first place, guys, at this, you want to be a golfer. If you
wait, Gogster, they got to get you on there.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, you got to get me on that show. I'm always working though, right? So, but,
well, you got when you have a day off or something,
Friday or something, or Dabby, we got to jump on. I'm starting to cap some baseball again, so we'll definitely link up there and give the people what they want. Give them what they want. But looking at the prize pool, Connor, first place. You ready for this? $18 million. You're going to walk away with $18 million, guys. If you finish first place, that's going to be at the end of the month at the Tour Championship. Top 30 make it. But first place is a smooth $18 million. That's a contract for most guys in any league. Second place drops all the way down to $6.5 million. So you got 3 times the amount for first. So it should be a really good FedEx Cup playoffs, guys. Third's $3 million or $5 million, fourth's $4 million, and fifth's third. If you just crack the Tour Championship, Connor, too, this year, it's a nice $500,000 in your pocket. So a lot to play for here, guys. A lot of dollars, as you know, from the Live Tour too, for the with PGA. Let's talk about the PGA with the weather report here, guys. At TPC Southwind, it's going to be hot, like it is pretty much all over the North America right now. 97, 93, 93, 93 with a chance of some thunderstorms day one, but should be fine. Wind conditions about 12, 11 miles an hour. And they're playing this in Memphis, Tennessee. This is going to be pretty hot, going to be very humid too. So ball should be traveling. This is a top 15 golf course too, Connor, on the PGA. Past winners are Abraham Ancer, who's not in this event, Matsuyama second, Burns runner-up as well, JT, and Koepka. Koepka as well is not in this event. Decided to take his talents to the live tour. Said, screw you guys. I'm going to go try and make over $1 million every single time I tee it up. But yeah, this is also on Bermuda grass. Obviously down south, you're not going to be on the bent grass. Bent grass for the most part, guys, you're going to see up north. And the Poa annua can really be tossed all over the place. I've seen it in Detroit. It could be in the West Coast. It's really all over. So, but this week it's going to be on Bermuda. TPC Southwinds, it's a par 70, so you don't have as many par 5s. You're going to have some more par 4s, and then you have four par 3s, only 2 par 5s. 7,243 yards. Ron Pritchard design, set up like a WGC St. Jude, so it's not going to be like the Invitationals, guys. It's going to play really tough. And there's going to be 3 golfers that are not going to be decided to play in the playoffs, which I think is absolutely crazy. But that is Tommy Fleetwood, who did qualify, Daniel Berger, and Lanto Griffin, guys. They all qualified for this event. But what's going on, Razor? Appreciate you tuning in, my guy. Shout out to Razor Sharp Picks, too, with his beautiful horse show there. Shout out to Razor. I know he cashed.
Shout out to the win they had
15K there, my guy. Absolutely. Got to tune in there, guys. It's a great show we have here at Pub Sports. But no golfer has ever won, guys, the FedEx Cup back-to-back. That's going to be Patrick Cantlay. Top 70 in the field are going to move on next week, and then from there it's going to be the top 30. That's pretty much the breakdown to the playoffs. There's a lot to digest there, but for the most part, it pretty cuts down from 125 to 70 to 30, and this week there is going to be a cut. So golfers need to show up, not just for one or two of these rounds. They're going to have to show up for both of them, really, to get in. Top 10, then the FedEx Cup there, Connor. Scheffler's 1, 2's Cameron Smith, Burns, Schauffele, Cantlay, Rory McIlroy, Finau, Thomas, Young, and Im. Those round out the top 10. So right away, if you do finish 2 guys in the top 30 for the Tour Championship, you're going to start top. If you're first place, you start 10 under. If you're second place, you start 8 under. If you're third place, you start like 7 under. So it starts to. So if you're in the,
I don't know. I'm sick of that shit.
I know it really just they're pretty much saying if you're good at golf, we're going to pay you out, and if you're not unbelievable, then yeah, I hear you. You're going to see Scotty Scheffler's, Cameron Smith's, they're the same names you usually see, guys. But so right away, it's going to be you got to take advantage of these 2 events. It's really crucial to move up on that FedEx Cup standing. So it's going to be a tree line course. So at this TPC Southwind, small greens, tight fairways, long par 4s. There's going to be 7 par 4s, guys, that are over 450 yards, Connor. That's number 7, 9, 10, 17, 18, 5, and 13 are all playing really deep on the par 4s. So some of the key stats we're going to want to look at this week is going to be par 4 scoring. If you can find 450 plus, take advantage of that, guys. I have just par 4 scoring on average. So if you're not taking advantage of par 4s on just your basic golf courses, this is not going to be the right course for you, in my opinion. So par 4 scoring is going to be very important here at a par 70 golf course. Scrambling around the greens as well. Tight small greens. Should be playing firm and fast. So you're going to have to be used to some Bermuda rough. What's going on there, Sean Murphy? Appreciate you tuning in. Rory can make a move. Yeah, Rory's been one of the hottest golfers this year. In a good space. Really representing the PGA Tour as like the ambassador since this whole live thing. But Rory McIlroy, he's the chalk this week. I could see him definitely making a top 20, at least top 10. Top 10 would be more. You get the better odds there, Sean. But yeah, Rory, I'll get into the golfers here in just a second. But scrambling around the green, Connor, that's going to be a key stat I want us to look at. Greens in regulation from 150 to 175. That's a key distance. The par 3s are not that long. You got 194, 173, 155, and 181. So about that 150 to 175 range. If you have really sharp greens in regulation from there, or even birdie or better, that's where you're going to want to be. That's where I'm going to be looking at. So I'm going to be telling you guys on this episode here. Without further ado, let's get into some stats here, Connor. Do you got anything before I get into some stats there, buddy?
Rip it, brother. Nothing.
Let's rip it. So St. Jude Invitational. This is last year's. Like I said, first time this has been a championship event, guys. Putting number 1 was Sam Burns, Cameron Smith, Jordan Spieth, Joachim Neiman, Zalatoris, Leishman, Horschel, Berger, and Scott. Those were the guys who putt very well at this event last year. I think that's going to be important. Approach. This is probably, I think, the most important at this golf course. Number 1 in approach was Berger, who's not there. Matsuyama, number 1. Thomas McElroy, who our guy Sean Murphy's talking about. Burns again, Herbert, Lowry, Zalatoris, and Scheffler. Greens and regulations, the second stat, Connor, I want to bring up here. Number 1 was Cantlay. His putter just he couldn't just make as many putts. I'll get into Patrick Cantlay, but he was 79.2% greens and regulation last time they played this event. Second was Scotty Scheffler, McElroy, Matsuyama, Spieth, Thomas, and Alexander Schauffele. Right away, guys, I think one of them will probably win this event. I know I didn't bring up some of the names like John Rahm, but he isn't playing that well right now. He's a guy you're seeing in the 20-1 range. Victor Hovland's another guy you're seeing in like the 30-1 range. So I think really, guys, key stat this week is going to be approach, Connor, greens and regulation. Scrambling around the greens is going to really bail you out if you do miss these really small, tight greens, and even accuracy off the tee. It's a tree line golf course, so if you do miss, you don't have another fairway to hit onto. It's going to be tree. You're going to be in some shit. Sorry, to swear there, guys, but you're going to be in some hot water, I guess would be a better way to put it. 2022 though, regulation or 2022 regular season stats. The top approach this year is Cameron Smith, Connor. 2, Zalatoris, Scheffler, Hovland actually strong approach. Henley, Thomas, Alexander, Morikawa, Matsuyama. There's a bunch. I could go through all the stats here, guys. I think what I might do here, guys, is I'll send out some pictures of my notes here. So it might be a little tight. The writing's not too bad. You know, you guys give me some feedback, maybe what you think of the writing, if it's readable. I can't even say the word legible. But yeah, I think I might do
Come on.
I'll tweet them out because I literally got guys. Like, it's just like there's a lot. Right, so you guys can maybe digest it for what you want, but we've already gone 15 minutes. I got about another 15. Let's start getting into the picks here, Connor.
Rip it.
Do you have any picks, or are you just?
Yeah, I mean, I've already got some written down, but you know me. On Monday,
you got your show Wednesday. Prize picks there, guys. Check Connor out.
We will be back. Yeah, and I might
be
be doing Friday, but most likely Wednesday. We'll be back. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, guys, let's get into this one. Any Canadian golfers that have a chance there? I like the question, Sean. Corey Connors. Let's see here. Corey Connors. I had some notes on Corey. He was a T36, T30, T27, and 68th at this event. So he's made the cut at the last four times he's teed it up here. T28, 61st, missed cut 6, T33 in his last 5. Not bad. My problem with Connors is it's just putting. But
flat stick.
What's that? Sorry?
I said the flat stick. He can't putt.
It is, but I find with Connors, when the greens are smaller and he has to rely on his approach and his greens and regulation, how strong he is, that's when he's better at the smaller greens. I like him on smaller greens, to be honest, Connors. So Connors would probably be the standout. Adam Hadwin, I'm not too sure about. Then Mackenzie Hughes, I just don't really like the way his game's been trending. You never know.
Yeah, what about Taylor? What's his name? Pender, the guy who's been playing well lately.
Pendrith there. Taylor Pendrith. Yeah, guy's really deep off the tee. If he keeps it in the fairway, then yeah, I could see that as well. He's been definitely the hotter of the two. Yeah, I think it'd be between Connors and Pendrith. Thanks for bringing that one up. Almost forgot about Taylor. He's been on the shelf for so long. But 7-pack. Let's get right back into it this week. We're starting off with let's start off with our favorite. I was hoping to get 20-1. I got 18-1, Connor. And that's Patrick Cantlay. Greens and regulation last time at this event. He's number 1. He's been absolutely lighting it up of late, too. Low key. Look at the stats here, guys. Last 5 events. T2, T8, T4, T13, T14. He's been top 20 his last 5. He's been top 10 his last 3. He's T3 in par 4 scoring, Connor. He's 3rd best in the whole PGA. He's 18th in scrambling. He's also 4th birdie or better from 150 to 175. So he likes that distance. Only stat was greens and regulation there was 87th, but the other 3 are super dominant. The one thing would be for me, Connor, if he can putt well in this Bermuda, I think Cantlay's going to win this one. I really think.
Well, I agree because this guy all year has played pretty good golf. Especially like in the beginning, he had a lull, and just lately he's been playing really well. And he hasn't won since last year when he took over this and won it all. So when a guy like that, Justin Thomas was doing it earlier in the year, and then he ended up winning the PGA. That he's knocking at the door. I just don't love the price, but yeah, I think Cantlay.
I've seen Cantlay even at 12-1, 14-1 at some books, guys. So I got 18. Shop around, maybe jump on that number now. I could see it dropping out of the chalk. Here's a really good stat we're going to like this year, Connor. And 2022 regular season stats putting. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 7th in putting this year, Cantlay. He's got 7. He's 7th in putting. That's super. Like that's really key. If you got a guy that hasn't exactly had a good track record in the past on Bermuda, he's been putting like he's 0.59 strokes all year, which is, like I said, top 10 in this field. So Patrick Cantlay, guys, if he gets that flat stick hot, look out for this guy. He's just knocking on the door. As I like to say, he's sitting on go. You got him at 18-1, 30-1 first round leader. He's T7 in first round scoring as well. So he can come out of the gate hot. Top 10, he's plus 210. Would like to get a better number on that, but it is what it is. And then top 20, he's plus 100. Patrick Cantlay, I think he's ready to fire, just in great form. Let's rock on to the next one here, guys. Keeping it in the US of A. Let's go to a guy who's got a really good short game around the green. He's got some more distance off the tee. He likes to talk a lot on the golf course. That is Jordan Spieth. I think Jordan Spieth, guys, I think this golf course could really suit Jordan Spieth. Looking at his track record here, he's got a T12, a T30, and another T12. So he's been in good form. He's been performed well at this golf course. In his form, he's had a T8, T18, a T10 in his last 5 events. 11th in par 4 scoring there, brother. 31st around the green, 69th greens in regulation from 150 to 175, and 55th in birdie or better from that distance. So I think Jordan Spieth might be overlooked. I don't know if he'd be overlooked just because you got the cream of the crop here, guys. You got all the best horses at this event. But Jordan Spieth, I really think he's got a hell of a shot. I think he could win this one. All the numbers I'm seeing, guys, for Jordan Spieth, it's at 28-1. I like that number too, Connor. 40-1 first round leader. I got to sprinkle first round. Plus 300 top 10 guys and plus 137 for the top 20 on Jordan Spieth. 6 top 10s this year. Patrick Cantlay didn't bring this up, guys. He's got 10 top 10s this year. Patrick Cantlay, like he's just he's playing really good. Like I would if he goes back to back, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. To be like, if he plays well this week, he's going to go up to the Bentgrass, which he does really well in Delaware next week. So, and he does really well at East Lake. So, Patrick Cantlay, if he wins this week, maybe even get a future bet right now on Cantlay to go back to back. It's kind of tough.
Hey, I like Spieth too. Real quick,
yeah,
the guy can putt. I like how his game's been playing, and he hasn't won, and he owes me one. It took him a few times, and he's choked this year. So, Jordan, get it together. And real quick, when I look at this, me, I like to cut all this out. I just can't take Rory. He's a guy I look at live or a match bet. But Fitzpatrick, come on. I don't even want JT at that number. Yeah. Schauffele. So that number at right around 28, 30-1, that's right where I'm first looking here. So like him or Cam Young, those type guys. So I like the pick.
Love it. Yeah, Jordan Spieth, I think he's sitting 15th in the FedEx Cup, so the win would get him in the top 5 more likely than not, top 10 for sure. Jordan Spieth, guys, look out for him. Number 2 on the 6-pack, our 7-pack this week, really hot outside, so we had 7 beers, good prices too. We got some bombs. I got 4 golfers, guys, over 100-1 coming up. The next one here is going to be a guy. He's got a good track record at majors, especially at the Masters of late. Got disqualified for an event for having a marker on his driver, but since then has came back pretty strong. That is Hideki Matsuyama. I'm going to Hideki this week, guys. You're getting a juicy number. I found 55-1 just before the show on Hideki, and I think that's just blasphemy. That's insane. For a guy that was T2 at this event last year, Connor, he's got a T20, a T43. Now his form lately, you could say, has been, he had the withdrawal, he had a T68 miscut. But then he was 4th. I don't have the event it was at, and then a T60. The big reason why I'm taking Hideki, though, guys, is his stats are just jumping off the board T11, Connor, par 4 scoring, 38th and scrambling, first greens in regulation from 150 to 175. Really like that. He gets back to that form. Look out for Hideki. And 23rd, birdie or better from 150 to 175. It's, again, kind of going to be similar to Cantley, I think, brother. If he can just get that putter down on these surfaces. They're smaller greens. I'm not too worried about Hideki on smaller greens. The longer it is, if anything, the worse, kind of like Connor's. But Hideki, he was T2 at this event last year, and you're getting 55. I actually got him at 45 to 1, guys, or actually 40 to 1 in all honesty. But you can shop around. You can get 55 to 1, 45 to 1 first round leader I have, plus 400 top 10, plus 180 on the top 20. What do you think of Hideki? Do you think he can make a run this week, Connor?
Oh, yeah. With him closing, winning the Masters, hanging on, and winning other tournaments, I like Hideki because his problem's just the putter. He's such a good ball striker. You just ripped his stats. No need for me to even talk about how great, but the greens of regulation, all that. So it's the flat stick. But when he gets rolling, too, birdie machine, and obviously second here last year, I like the number here with him.
The number's crazy.
I love it. Yeah. Shout out to Coco Bongo. He got him 40 to 1.
Yeah, Coco jumped on that. And let's look at what he did at the Sony Open, which was on Bermuda. He was 1.84 strokes, and he won that event this year. Phoenix Open, also on Bermuda, 0.92 gain strokes. So the events he's done well at, Byron Nelson, another one I believe that's on Bermuda, at 0.44. So he doesn't do as well on the bent grass because, to be honest, I think it's tougher to putt on bent grass than it is Bermuda. A lot flatter, can kind of tell the grains of the grass, dark to light. But I think Matsuyama, guys, 55 to 1, juicy number. You're getting some really good numbers because of how good the field is this week. So that's going to be number 3 on the 7-pack, Hideki. Let's get into the 4th one here. Seamus Power, Connor. I'm doing a little 110 to 1 on Seamus Power. Now, these are some long shots, guys. You can probably throw them in I got top 10s, as you know, on them, but first-round leaders as well. Can they put 4 rounds together? It might be tough in this field, but when you got 100 to 1, 110 to 1, you can really throw $4 or $5 in it, walk away with five bills. So that's what we're doing this week with Seamus Power. He's got 5 top 10s this year, Connor. Looking at what he's done, he's got a T12 at the Invitational back in 2018. And he's got a T27, so he does like this event. Miscut last time he went out, T30, T25, T12, miscut. So when he does make the cut, he has been right there. He'll at least crack a top 20 for you. T3, though, that's a big stat for me here, buddy, is T3, par 3 scoring, 21st scrambling, 51st greens in regulation from 150 to 175, and 73rd in the birdie or better from that distance. I think his stats there, they caught my eye. I'm going off numbers and just what we've seen all year. And Seamus Power is a guy, especially first-round leader, he can come out hot and just kind of linger the whole time. Another stat with Seamus Power, he's done well, guys, at the tougher events at majors this year. At the U.S. Open, he was T12. He missed the cut at the Open. At the PGA, he was T9. At the Masters, he was T27. Seamus Power likes to show up at these tough events. So at a long shot, I think it's worth it. 70 to 1 first-round leader, 110 to 1 outright, plus 700 Connor top 10, and plus 280 top 20 on Seamus Power. What do you think of our guy Seamus this week?
Yeah, he's a guy I might look at top 20, top 10. I'm a big fan. Obviously, I'm sure you've seen my selections. I like taking this guy. I think he's got grit, the Irishman. So I agree. I like Seamus Power.
And you know what? I don't know if this is a bit of a long shot, but even maybe to take a long shot on him being the top Irishman, you got to go up against Rory and Lowry. But
yeah,
you know what? Just some good odds. I could see this guy kind of lingering, kind of like what you've seen from, like McCarthy, who I'll get to in a second, who does well at the stronger events. You want guys that can perform under the tougher stages, and I think Power fits the bill there. Number 5, Connor, I just said it, McCarthy. We're going back to McCarthy, 160 to 1. I wasn't going to play him, but when you get odds of 160, we were playing him at like 40 and 50 the last few weeks. So we're getting a juicy number this week on Denny McCarthy, 150 to 1, 90 to 1 first-round leader, 11 to 1 top 10, and plus 425. Again, you got a strong putter, a guy that's also got a really good track record. That's another thing I like about our guy. Where is he here? Denny McCarthy. He's got a T18 at this event, but he's T17 Connor par 4 scoring, 6th in scrambling, T16 greens in regulation from the distance we like, and 30 seconds in birdie or better. And he's got a good flat stick, better than what we've seen from Cantley, just more reliable than like a Cantley and a Matsuyama. So guys performed as well in those last few events, but he had before that his few missed cuts, guys. He's had a T6, a T7, and a T5. He could show up again, and at 160 to 1, why not throw a couple bucks on Denny McCarthy? He's going to be number 5 on the 7-pack this week. Any quick thoughts on Denny?
Yeah, real quick. I don't know if he wins, but I think he's up there. He's a guy that stays around. That just seems to get top 30s, top 20s, even, top 10s. And look for guys. He's playing well, but some of these guys, just that we went over, maybe playing well that might not win this, but got great prices you're going to get. If they could sneak and get in the top 30, 20, 10 this week, would pay you out handsomely.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. A lot of these top 10s there, Powers plus 700. McCarthy's 11 to 1. The next one here I'm going to get to right now is going to be Chris Kirk. Chris Kirk's another guy who plays much better on Bermuda grass. He's 110 to 1, 75 to 1 first, 8 to 1 top 10, plus 333 top 20. Chris Kirk, Connor, he had a T6 at this event back in 2018 and a T72. 17th last time out, 42nd, 71st, T7, and a T53 last 5 events. He's made the cut. Again, can he win at a couple bucks? I'm not shy to throw a couple bucks on this guy. It's the T10s you really got to like, just like you're saying, at 8 to 1. I think he could get there, Chris Kirk. Stats we like to see, par 4, he's 64th, scrambling 25th, greens in regulation 44th, birdie or better 64th. So it doesn't scream out like a Denny McCarthy or like kind of Cantley or the other guys, but I'm going to throw a couple bucks. You could have said this could have been the guy I could have maybe left off the card, Connor, but I'm going to throw a couple bucks on Chris Kirk there. I especially think he could lead after the first round.
Oh, yeah.
It's already 2:00, so I'm going to just be a little bit quicker here, guys. We'll stay a couple more minutes. Work can wait. This is more important in my opinion. So let's keep going here. Brian Harman. This is number 7. I had to add Brian.
Wow.
Harman. This is the guy. I'm adding Harman. I'm nuts. I'm crazy. I'm adding Brian Harman.
Loco.
110 to 1, 75 to 1 first round leader, plus 850 top 10. There's the one you were going to talk about next week, Connor. Brian Harman top 10 plus 850 and plus 350 on the top 20 market. Late addition for Harman. Big reason why, guys. He's T6, miscut T8, T43, T18 in his last few events. He's been lingering at tougher events. T36, and he gained strokes on the putting surface when he was at that event. I believe it was at the Invitational. Our stats that we like to look at: T11 Connor par 4 scoring, 35th in scrambling, 57th greens in regulation, and 47th in the birdie or better from 150 to 175. I've seen it before from these guys that you never think can do it. And you know what? Brian Harman, we're going to give him a shot. First round leader too. You're getting all these last 4 guys have been over 100 to 1. So you're not dropping, 20, 30 bucks, in my opinion. I'm dropping, under $10 on these guys. We got a lot of our heavy chalk, our heavy bets this week are going to be our heavy hitters in Cantley, Spieth, and Matsuyama. We'll have some more money on them at those odds. But Brian Harman, Connor, he's going to close it out. What do you think of Brian? I know.
Well, that would be the shit. I mean, if he did, hey, this guy's come out and done it before and won. And lefty, his numbers are good. This just is a tough field, and his length and the guys all around. I think it'll be tough for him. Let's just say that. But good luck. Yeah.
Those 4 guys there, and Kirk, Power, McCarthy, and Harman are long shots, but again, 100 to 1. It doesn't affect our units nearly as much, and all these guys have over 4 top 10s. I'll talk about the top 10s quickly. Power, McCarthy, and Harman all have 5 top 10s this year, and Chris Kirk has 4. So you're getting good odds, in my opinion, for guys that have cracked the top 10 several times. We're going to close it out here, or Connor, you can close it out here. I'm going to run, but I got a couple more additions for you guys. Bezadenhout. I almost added him, but I couldn't do it. The odds I thought weren't as well. Or were like 80 to 1. First round leader though, Connor. I'm taking Christian Bezadenhout, first round leader. Just his stats. I'll go over them really quickly. 40th in par 3 scoring, 3rd in scrambling, which I really like. 26 greens in regulation, 55th birdie or better, and he's got a T20 at this event. He's been T8, T68, T16, T2, T15. He's been lingering. I also have Bezadenhout guys in a top 40. Some more top 20s I'm going to add. These are going to be some chalk, some of the favorites that you guys are, obviously everyone knows. Justin Thomas, I have to take him, Connor. Won this event back in 2020. I think he's got too much birdies in him to not make the top 20. Same with Scotty Scheffler. I like a lot of his stats. Around the green would be the only area I get a little nervous. His around the green stats could be a little bit better, especially seeing what he did at the U.S. Open. He made a bit of a fool himself in that par 3. But Scotty Scheffler, guys, both of them are at minus 110. And Adam Scott, Connor, I'm going to throw in Adam Scott for a top 20, plus 330. Top 40s, we said Bezate and Hout. We're also going to go with Alex Noren and our guy, Brian Harman. 72-hole matchup, guys, will be coming up Wednesday evening before they tee it off Thursday. Connor, do you want to close it out, or what are your plans?
Yeah, let's just close it out together real quick. I like the Noren pick. I just want to give a shout-out to the chat. If you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter. Mondays are always not my best on golf, but I like to get the week going. We will have prize picks back this week. And like I said, hit me up if you have any questions on any other golfers, Conor Mac or Ego, right?
Yes,
on
Ego
Twitter.
47_. Yes, sir.
Boom. For Gogster, hit us up, and I'll have my action out on Wednesday. But shout out real quick, El Dorado, great to see you, my guy. Coco Bongo, Sean Murphy, Gabby Cab, show back here, running the 1s and 2s as always.
And also, Coco, I do like that Shane Lowry. He did make my card. I was looking at him before the show. I'm happy you brought him up. I wouldn't talk you off him there. Shane's a guy. He's a really good approach player. Smaller the greens, the better for Shane.
Good work. He's a grinder. I don't mind it.
He is.
But that's
Alrighty,
it.
guys. That's going to be it. PGA Pub Hub Playoff Edition, St. Jude Championship. That's all we got, guys. We'll be back, myself and Connor, next week. Monday, same time. It's going to be the BMW Championship up in Delaware. Shout out to our guy, Razor Sharp Picks. Maybe he can get to the event, give us some inside information. Or at least
get him on the ground.
Get him on the ground. He's got a Razor. You can't miss him. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back again. Connor will be back Wednesdays with prize picks. Till then, guys, be good. Hit them straight. Leche. Elos. Bookmakers. Get that cash. Don't mess around.